Welcome back to Reclaim Your Stride. Today I'd like to talk to you about hip replacement surgery and exactly what is hip replacement surgery. In order to understand what hip replacement surgery is, it's important to understand what the hip itself is. And so I'll use this anatomic model to help explain. The hip joint is a ball and socket joint made up by the femoral head, which is really the top of your femoral or thigh bone, and a socket, which is the acetabular, which exists within the pelvis. Each side of the joint is covered with thick, what we call articular cartilage that allows for smooth and easy rotation of the hip joint. So what is hip arthritis? In hip arthritis, the hip joint itself loses the natural cushioning cartilage, and this results in many cases in bone-on-bone contact of the hip joint. This yields significant symptoms such as stiffness of the hip, limping for the patient, pain usually in the groin or thigh, and inability to participate in normal activities. Patients may have trouble getting in and out of cars. Patients typically have trouble getting socks and shoes on that side of their body. So those are some of the common signs and symptoms of hip arthritis and what patients deal with. So what are some of the non-operative options for dealing with hip arthritis and the symptoms? The first would be anti-inflammatories, things like Advil, Aleve, or similar types of medications that can help short-term with the pain and stiffness associated with hip arthritis. They do not affect the actual disease process, but could help with the symptoms. Physical therapy can also be helpful in early stages of hip arthritis to help with range of motion and strengthening, and in some cases can improve the clinical results of patients who are suffering with mild to moderate hip arthritis. Another option would be cortisone injections. Injections of cortisone into the joint reduce inflammation and can reduce pain. The injections do nothing to alter the fact that the joint is arthritic, but for a period of time, a temporary period of time, can result in some resolution of symptoms. None of these options address the core problem that's leading to the symptoms, which is the loss of cartilage and the chronic inflammation of the joint. So what is hip replacement surgery? I'll use this model to help explain. In hip replacement surgery, surgeon will gain access to the hip through one of several anatomic approaches. And then once in the hip, will remove the arthritic femoral head, the arthritic ball. The surgeon will then expose the socket of the hip and will clean out the arthritic bone from the socket, obtaining healthy bleeding bone. Choose an appropriately sized titanium cup to impact into place, which has a plastic liner in most cases that snaps in. The surgeon will then turn back to the femoral side and create a pocket in the bone and choose an appropriately sized titanium implant that will tap down and bite into the bone, and the bone will eventually grow into that implant. And then choose an appropriate size head ball, which can be ceramic or metal, that impacts onto the stem. And at that point, we'll reduce the hip back, performing and completing the hip replacement surgery. So what are some of the expectations for recovery after hip replacement? Our goal is to get patients back to pretty much everything they want to do. So we have patients that return to hiking, to pickleball, to tennis, snow skiing, water skiing, anything I would consider moderate strenuous activity, patients can get back to after hip replacement surgery. The timeline for recovery is variable and is dependent in some degree on the patient. Every patient recovers differently. But most people are back to relatively normal life after 4 to 6 weeks. The entire recovery to maximum medical improvement takes a year, but the majority is in the first 4 to 6 weeks. Our goal with hip replacement surgery for every patient is to get them back to what they love as quickly as we can.